Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes for people to get on and get situated, but if you wanna let me know where you're from, that would be really great. I'm currently in Nevada and it is snowing, so I hope that you are having much better weather than I am. Oh, I see we have people from all over the place. Sweden, Barcelona, Spain. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about how to strategize and plan your social media content with ease for 2023. And the reason that we're doing this is because, of course, you don't want to be stressed out. And with the new year, we just want to go in and have everything be nice and situated. And that way you can feel confident with your socials for the year. So let's get started. Hi, everyone. Oh, we have people from Alabama, Romania, Las Vegas. I hope you're having better weather than I am. Okay, so to begin, if you are new here, hi, my name is Alexandra or Alex. I am the US Social Media Manager for Metricool, and we are going to just get started. So first, I just want to begin with asking about, on average, how much time do you spend creating your social media content each week? For example, like I spend about, on average, like every week, maybe 2-ish hours, and that includes like actually importing my content into Metricool and scheduling it out. But I would love to know about how much time you spend. So go ahead and drop that in the comments. I just kind of want to get like a good gauge. 5 hours, 1 hour. Of course, this is going to look different for everyone because I know some people batch their content for like a longer period of time. I batch weekly, but I know if you batch like monthly, of course, that's going to look different. So we're getting quite different answers. Everything at once a month. Yeah, of course. So the monthly batching. Okay, perfect. And then if I would love to know how you heard about Metricool. If you know what Metricool is, I'm going to, of course, explain just if you don't. So Metricool is a social media planning and analyzing platform. We're basically like your all-in-one tool to get all of your social media management in tune. So you can plan, you can analyze. We have an all-in-one link in bio tool. We really are just like your one-stop location for you to succeed in the social media space. Yes, it did just start. Hi, we just started at the very beginning. So if you are new to Metricool, I highly recommend creating an account, but of course follow along so you can see all of the cool things that we have featured. Okay, so to begin, we're going to do how to create your social media plan in 4 steps. And something that we did just recently launch for the 2023 year is our 2023 social media template. We're going to go ahead and leave the link in the chat so that you can go ahead and open it and follow along if you'd like, or you can go ahead and download it and make yourself a copy so that you can test it out after the webinar. And if you have any questions as well, we'll also keep the questions for the end of the webinar, and I'll try to get to as many as I can, but the link is there for you if you are interested in our social media template. Okay, so to begin, we want to establish your base. So you want to create a target audience profile. You want to implement a social strategy. That's really important. For all the examples today for this presentation, I'm going to be doing Instagram just because that is like one of the more common platforms, but this can be adapted to any social media network. And then, of course, we're also going to talk about analyzing your competition and what that means and why that's important. So with establishing your base, the first thing that you're going to want to do is create your ideal customer profiles. You may have also heard of this as being establishing what your ideal clients are. And this, again, is going to look different for everyone depending on your personal brand or your business. You might just have one ideal client or you might have 5. We have a few different ones. And when you do this, this is going to make it possible to determine what steps and actions you need to take and what networks that you want to be on, that you want to relay your messaging to. And again, like I said, it is possible to have a multitude of ideal clients. And you're going to see it right here in this screenshot. Right here we have, for an example, an entrepreneur as an ideal client. And when you are looking at what your ideal clients are, you should be able to know the ins and outs of them, right? So you'll want to know like their name, their location, what do you think that they'll expect from your brand, what kinds of things interest them, what their biggest fears are. You're going to really want to hone in on these profiles so that you can correctly target all of your content to those types of clients. As for the question that we just got, yes, there will be a replay of this. You should be able to replay it. It'll just stay on YouTube so you can watch it after the fact. As well as if I don't happen to get to every single question, we will get to all of those in the comments as well after the fact too. So moving on, after figuring out what your ideal clients are, you're going to want to continue setting up your social media strategy, and you're going to want to figure out what social networks you want to use according to your objectives. So if you look at the screenshot here, you'll see that I have listed a couple of different social media networks. We are on all of these. I just picked a few. So I did Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And then you'll see that that arrow correctly corresponds to what we're trying to achieve on each platform. And this can look different for each platform, of course. So for example, for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, we want really to emphasize visibility. But for Facebook and Instagram, we're prioritizing engagement, whereas like Twitter, we want to really focus on like loyalty and making sure that people follow us for those quick bits of information. LinkedIn, we really want to focus on our branding. And for TikTok, we really want to focus on humanizing and like putting a face to our brand. So you'll want to make sure that you categorize what you want for each social media platform so that there's like intention and purpose. So like I said earlier, I was going to use Instagram as an example just because that's like one of the more popular ones. So once you have figured out what platforms you want to do, you're going to want to further break that down. So your principal objectives, like I said, for Instagram, we wanted to gain visibility and create a more engaged community. So how are we going to achieve those principal objectives? You're going to want to then break it down to the development of those objectives. So for us, that would be increasing organic traffic, creating content that is suitable for our ideal clients, providing value with educational and informative content, and of course, creating shareable content. Then once you have those broken down, you're going to want to think about the frequency and the type of content and the type of people you're targeting. So for example, we want to do 5 to 6 times a week. But of course, this is going to really just depend on what works best for you and your business or brand. So with us doing 5 to 6 times a week, then breaking it down into the types of content. So like I said earlier, we wanted to do educational and informative content. But of course, we also want to do some relatable content, some branded content. This can, again, look very different for you. And then you're going to want to then think back to your ideal client and see who you're targeting. So for example, we want to target social media managers, community managers, agencies. So that's how you would further break that down. Okay, and then we want to think about analyzing our competition. So I'm going to really quickly go over these screenshots, and then I'm going to pop on over to our Metricool website so I can show you a little bit more in depth of what I mean by analyzing the competition. So in this example, I picked a couple of popular like athleisure athletic brands, so Nike, Adidas, Puma, and Under Armour. And with this, it's really great because you can see what your competition is doing. You can see, how, of course, you can see their followers, but you can see how often they're posting, on average, how many likes they're getting, the most popular types of posts that they're making. And this is just going to give you even more insight onto how you can strategize for the year. So let me quickly pop on over to Metricool. Hopefully you can see that. And here you can see in our list of competitors. So this can be found in the analytics section of Metricool, and you can easily click on competitors right here. And once you click on that, it's automatically going to bring you down to the list of competitors section. So we can do these for a few different platforms. You can do it for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So I already have mine set on Instagram just because for the purposes of keeping it consistent. But as you can see, I have all of the profiles inputted, and it's really easy to add. You just go to add and you can type in any kind of brand as long as it's like a professional account. So I'm going to go ahead and add Gymshark as another option. And it'll take a second because it's going to calculate in all of those metrics. But as you can see, Gymshark has appeared at the bottom and it has already started pulling in those metrics. And you can further like analyze by like your current month, last 30 months or last month, and then, last 30 days. And then this will help you figure out how or what you want to maybe focus on, get some inspiration, see what is and isn't working, and you can even pull more in-depth metrics. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. So then moving on, we're going to go to step 2, which is your content creation schedule. So this is going to be your content plan as well as our CSV template with Metricool, which is what I referred to in the beginning. So we did leave that link so that you can download it for yourself and create a copy. So moving on, we're going to kind of just dive deep into what this is. So you're going to want to have a weekly content plan. It doesn't necessarily have to look the same as ours, but like I said, we plan out weekly, and this is completely free for you. So again, download it if you feel like this would be really valuable for you. But basically, with your content plan, you can adapt a content idea for several social networks at the same time. So the example that we've used here is tips to gain visibility on your social media networks. This can be adapted to many different types of social media platforms. You could do a Twitter thread, you could do a carousel on Instagram, or you could even do a short form video on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, or even Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. There's lots of options. So here is a little bit more of a look into our CSV template. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up as well real quick so that you can see what it looks like. One moment. So this template is what I am referring to for CSV. If you want, you can go ahead and open that link and make sure to download it and make a copy, because you won't be able to make any edits to this because it is read only. But if you download and make your own copy, you can go ahead and make all the edits you need. We've tried to make it as streamlined as possible. So on the main page, you'll see those instructions right there. We even have links for you to create your free account. And then we also have a video tutorial. So you see right here where it says want to see step-by-step instructions. You can watch that tutorial on YouTube. That'll show you exactly this template broken down and how you can use it to import your content into Metricool. And you'll see that all of the screenshots that I was referencing before, so like with your ideal clients, your strategy, that's all included in here as well. So that's just a nice resource for you. Okay, so now we're going to move on to programming content with a Metricool scheduler. I'm going to briefly touch on a couple of our a couple of our features, and then we can, if you have any other questions about any of our other features, feel free to leave it in the comments and I can go ahead and answer any of those questions. We also have a couple of other webinars that really dive deep into our free and premium features so that you can kind of get a good idea of how to use all of these. So first, we're going to talk about the best times to post. So this is one of our favorite free features. It's really great. You can do it for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And this allows you to toggle on and see the percentage of active followers you have at any given time. It also shows you a gradient. So the darker is going to be the better time to post, whereas like the lighter color is going to be maybe not the best time to post because you don't have as many active followers on at a time. And you can see these for those platforms that are listed. And you can see in the screenshot here too what the gradient would look like when you're scheduling out. And with our drag and drop scheduler, you can literally what I like to do is I like to toggle on active followers because then it shows you the percentage, and I just drag and drop all of my posts depending on, what is the best time. I'm looking at one of the questions here, and it says if we have the template in Spanish as well, and we do. We have the template in English, Spanish, and French. We can go ahead and leave that in the comments too, as well after the fact, and then you can access whichever language you would like. Okay. Another feature that we really love is our hashtag search engine. This allows you to see the number of impressions received for whatever hashtag you're searching for. And you can do this for TikTok and Instagram. When you are creating a new post and you go down to the little hashtag marker, it's going to pop up a box. And as you can see in the screenshot here, I just started typing in social media manager, and you can see all of the hashtags that are populating automatically, as well as those impressions. And depending on what your hashtag strategy is, you can pick and choose which ones you want. You just click on it and it automatically adds it into your post, which is really great and really easy, and we use it all the time. Yes, the template, sorry, someone asked if the template is read-only. The template is read-only, so you can actually make edits to the base template, but go ahead and download it and make a copy, and then you should be able to change it to your liking and adapt it to whatever your strategy is. Okay. And then one of our newest features is also being able to publish multiple posts simultaneously all at the same time. And we've recently added this, and has been a game changer with saving time. It's the edit by network feature, and this lets you make one post and basically like publish it to multiple platforms all at once, just using a template and then modifying each corresponding. And I'm actually going to go ahead and pop on over to Metricool again, just so you can see this, because it's easier to visually see. Okay, so we're gonna want to go into planning. So we'll give that a second. Okay, and I already have an example set so that I can easily show you. So this is a post that I have planned to go out. So as you can see right now, I only have it set for Instagram. I have it set for an Instagram post, and I have everything modified to what I would want my Instagram post to look like in terms of like emojis, in terms of hashtags, in terms of tags, as you can see right here. But let's say I also want to cross post this to Facebook and LinkedIn, for example, or let's just do Facebook. So I can actually toggle on Facebook, and as you see, you'll start to see that edit by network button. You're going to want to click that edit by network button, and you're going to see three pop-ups. So you'll see the template, the Facebook, and Instagram. So template is going to be your base template, what you're working with. So since I already created this with Instagram in mind, what I have in my template is the Instagram platform. But then what's really nice is you can go under each of the tabs and you can modify each post as you'd like. So for example, I probably wouldn't keep all of the hashtags for Facebook. So I would want to, remove these. And then I would most likely link to our website here. So I can modify that copy and I can say, try it out on Metricool today. And then I can go ahead and insert that link. And then, you can go ahead and modify to whatever platform you want. You can also toggle on Twitter. You could toggle on LinkedIn. And this just makes it really easy, because if you are, repurposing your content to multiple platforms, this just saves you so much time. And then all you have to do after that is you can click save. And then what it's going to do is, for the date and time set, it's going to save them all to the same date and time. But because we do have a drag and drop scheduler, it's really easy for you to modify. Like, say you want to post it on a different day, or you want to post it at a different time. That makes it super simple. So that is how you use our multi-posting feature. And I'll actually show you right here. So as you can see, I have an Instagram post scheduled on the 11th, as well as that same post repurposed to Facebook and LinkedIn for the 12th. So moving back to our presentation. So we also want to share our social media manager calendar. So this is our social media manager calendar for the 2023 year. We have just recently published it, and you can go ahead and download it for free. We're also going to leave a link to that in the comments as well. It's really easy. It's a nice PDF document, and each month it'll show you all of the important dates. So for example, like for January, we include like New Year's, we included Martin Luther King Jr. Day, like any kind of holiday or any kind of significant day we have in the calendar for you, so that you can be reminded and you can make content relating around that. For example, let's say, you want to make a post about mental health on World Mental Health Day, that would be in the calendar. It's really nice, keeps you accountable, and it also helps you just remember popular or important dates. it. So that's also another nice free resource that'll be available to you. Okay. And then of course we also have a app. So we aren't just on, like website. Like we're available on iOS and Android. So you can get it on Google Play or the App Store. And then you can, take Metricool in your pocket. So if you by some chance need to look at what content you have scheduled out for the day, if you want to reply to your DMs, you can do that all through our app. It's nice and convenient. I highly recommend downloading it. Plus, it's really great for our push notification feature. If you are not necessarily auto publishing and you want to, make some last minute edits to a reel, and you just, you use the push notification feature and you can get that directly from our app. And then, of course, we want to remind everyone of our next masterclass. It's going to be on January 27th. So if you feel like this would be really helpful for you, it's going to be how to win clients on social media as a freelancer. And this one will be hosted by our US ambassador, Rachel Peterson. I'm sure that a lot of you are probably familiar with Metricool from her. So make sure to save the date for January 27th. That should be a really great webinar for you guys. And then now I'm going to open it up to questions. I know that there has been a lot of questions coming in, so I'm going to try to get to as many as I possibly can. But before I start into the questions, I do want to remind everyone that we do have a code for you. So if you have been watching the webinar, you can use the code Strategize 2023, and this is going to give you 30 days free of our premium plans so that you can go ahead and take a deep dive into all of our features and see if Metricool Premium would be a good choice for you. Highly recommend taking advantage of it, especially because it's the new year. So you can really see how you want to strategize and start getting everything implemented. So take the CSV template, take the social media manager calendar, and create your premium account and try it out. Okay, so questions. Let's see. So I have, how do we sign up for that webinar for the one on the 27th? You should be able to sign up for the webinar through many of our links. We have Facebook and LinkedIn events popped up for those, as well as if you go onto our smart link, you should be able to see it right there, and it'll take you to an Eventbrite so that you get the reminder. Okay. I tried to schedule a post in TikTok. It says published, but the video isn't in the TikTok profile. Okay. So if you are having this problem, my recommendation would be to contact our chat support. Our chat support is online practically 24/7. You can contact them through our main website, Metricool. It should just pop up in the right-hand corner. It's like a pink little chat box. However, if it doesn't automatically pop up as you go onto the website, scroll all the way down and there should be like a contact, and that should prompt the chat to pop up. They should be able to take a deep dive into why that post isn't showing up. It also might have been, if you have the push notification feature set on, it might have been that you didn't get the push notification and set it, but that is my recommendation for that. Can you import across multiple brands at the same time? We are an agency and represent multiple different businesses and brands. Yes, so we have multiple different types of premium plans. So you're going to want to go onto the Metricool website and look at our different types of plans. And we do have, I think, 2 team plans. And then you can see what will work best for your agency. But you definitely can import across multiple brands at the same time. And if you don't see a plan that you think fits best for you, please reach out to us and we can see what we can do. Well, PDF upload and best times support becoming for LinkedIn. So a lot of the times this is dependent on what LinkedIn allows for us with their API, but we are always looking for feedback and always trying to improve our tools. So you'll see that we release new features very often. So make sure that you follow us on our social media so that you can see all of the new features that we are releasing. We have just recently released like 3 or 4 new features. So definitely keep up to date so that you can see if we do plan to release this in the future. Can you get daily, weekly, and monthly reports for each social media platform? So yes, you can do reporting with our premium accounts. So Once you go in, you can completely customize your accounts to whatever you would like. So say, for example, if you are a social media manager and you handle many clients, you can go ahead and customize these reports and even save a template so that you can go ahead and automate this every month and make it super easy for you. And you can toggle on what platforms you want to see, what analytics you want to pull. We have a very easy, streamlined way for reporting. So yes, you can. Is it possible to add an Instagram account without having a link to any Facebook? So this is not currently possible. This is a requirement through Instagram and Facebook. You do have to have a Facebook page associated to your Instagram account, and this is just a requirement. You don't necessarily have to use the Facebook page. For example, like I have my personal account connected to Metricool as well on top of my work account, and I don't use my Facebook page that is associated with my Instagram account, but I do have one just so that I can make that connection. Will Metricool ever have analytics for IG and Facebook stories? So again, like I said before, we are always trying to improve our platform, and we will take this into account and make sure that we can help with trying to pull those analytics. Metricool will work best on mobile or laptop. This is going to be dependent, I think, on what you exactly need, but preferably it would be best on laptop just because you have a wider range of all of our functionalities and you can see it like, in bigger form and everything. But our mobile app does have a lot of our features readily available to you. So let's say, for example, you are on the go or you are traveling and you do need to access some of that information that you have scheduled out, or you need to get something up, you should be able to easily access it from the app and be able to do those types of things. Can you tag personal accounts? This is dependent on what platform. So depending on what platform you're talking about, but we did just recently add that you can tag products and users on Instagram carousels. So that's the answer for that platform in specific. Can you add LinkedIn as well as other social media platforms? Yes, you can add LinkedIn. LinkedIn is going to be part of our premium plans, but if you use the code Strategize 2023, you can try that out if LinkedIn is your main platform. But of course, we basically have the majority of the social media platform in Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest. We have a variety of you to choose from, so you can connect pretty much all your social media platforms on our account. And I think that's going to be the last question that we have time for today. But like I said, feel free to keep leaving your questions in the comments and we will make sure to get to all of them on our YouTube channel. And if you have a more in-depth question, please make sure to reach out to our chat support. They are here to help. We also have a blog that answers a lot of our frequently asked questions. So we'll go ahead and leave a link to our blog as well if you just want just like a one-stop shop for a lot of questions that we get on a daily. Thank you so much to everyone that tuned in. Please make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn, all the platforms, and please stay tuned for our next webinar. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I hope you all have the best day. Bye.